Hi everyone, this is Bick Benedict once again. We're playing Ninja Gaiden 1 on very hard difficulty. This is the path to Zarkhan, it being the 11th of 16 total chapters. So this video I managed to get the time to be slightly under 15 minutes, and one of the reasons for that is because I did a pseudo speed run through the chapter, and I also fast forwarded some of the swimming sections so as not to labor over them and cause the video to be too long. So the previous video was, I think, almost 50-minute video, so I'm currently rendering that, and it's going to be a while before it renders, and then it's going to take probably 10 or so hours to get up to YouTube, even with the settings I have, but maybe closer to 6 or 8 if I'm lucky, depending on the internet speed, which ours is pretty good all the time. But I'm not going to interact with the corpse down below. It just tells you what the combination to the safe is, and it's just 0971. And right here, stop, because that guy, let him swim past, otherwise you might get grabbed. And the safe is right here. The safe is like on a door that opens, but we can't even use the safe until we get an owl's eye from this corpse over here. So this is just as it was in Ninja Gaiden Black. They had these kind of things with it, as well as getting those medallions. Like you saw me get a medallion in the beginning. The medallions will be placed in one of two eyes later in the chapter. But I believe, even as you're turning the dial here, yeah, you see this? Look at my oxygen meter, it's going down, so it's not a big deal, but I wonder who thought of 0971. I wonder who decided it was that number, but that's definitely not a Ninja Gaiden Sigma. So the owl's eye icon in the upper right, that's just going to be on there every time we're swimming until we get the oxygen cylinder. This corpse right here gives out the spear gun, and then giving Muramasa 35 golden scarabs at this point will give you nothing, because he decides not to give you anything at 35. Which is really bizarre. But here, watch out for the flying drones. They're going to be a nuisance and prevent you from getting up here. But you do need to get up there to grab the golden scarab. So just get close to the ledge and press up and the interact button. I'm so unfamiliar with the Xbox control. I think it's up and A to grab ledges. So I'm going to throw incendiary shurikens at these guys here and get them out of the way. They're just nuisances. That's all they are. They really don't even need to be here. But if the goal was for them to cause aggravation, that's exactly what they do. But it's only a minor little setback. And then they're done. Okay, so now we're going to go up here and save our progress. And there's a high potion here up ahead. So make sure you don't max out your high potions before you go get this chest here. As far as what you can carry on this difficulty mode on this game, you can carry, and brace yourself for this, but you can carry 3 talismans of rebirth, and you can carry, yeah, that seems like a lot, doesn't it? But the thing is, in Black and Sigma on Master Ninja, they still did let you carry 2 talismans of rebirth. So right there I was applying the Life of the Gods. That's our second of 3 health upgrades. So we're going to be looking to collect our next 9. So that door right there is going to be controlled by the medallions. And you can still carry 10 potions in this game, 10 low potions. You can carry 5 high potions, and I believe 3 or 4 small magic potions, and 2 of the high devil potions. Okay, so in Sigma, and that's it. Just in Sigma, they had a crank, but I like to say they had the crank actually on there, and the oxygen cylinder was in the box. But you see, I'm having a hell of a problem Yeah, this right there. That drives me nuts. It really does. And I've never tested if you can jump off the walls and throw incendiary shurikens. I don't care. I just wanted to get through with this chapter. It's not one that I particularly enjoy too much. And the boss is not anything you should sweat either. So once those drones are dispatched, I like to go down here. Well, you have to. Grab the hand crank. Place it on there. And then it's just going to turn for you in a cutscene. Or is it? Yeah, that's a cutscene. So the oxygen cylinder is in there, actually, as well as a golden scarab, I believe. The important thing that you should note, though, is before. Wait, can you? Yeah, it doesn't matter if you don't. If you get all the way to the final save point before Doku and haven't gone to the store, because you can swim all the way back. It'll be a long, very, very long trek. But this game is open world, so you can swim back. I mean, some of it, there are limitations about that being open world. Like if I wanted to go to chapter 3 to get something I missed, there's no way you can do that because we were in the airship and it blew up. And as far as revisiting the Hayabusa Ninja Village, we will be doing that. But you can't go to where the Ninja Fortress was. So there's just a few limitations, but anyway, I did pass up that box and I'll be getting it when I come back. So ordinarily this would be a Talisman of Rebirth on Sigma. Here it's the gold medallion, and I believe this is sped up footage. Just slightly. You can see it looks like it's not, but opening those boxes, the contents go away really quickly, so that tells me it's in fast forward mode. It's just to speed things up because you could see perfectly well, even if it's going in a little faster of speed. And feel free to shoot those guys. I think they give out 1,000 essence per kill. They only yield yellow essence, and get that golden scarab right there. I'm accustomed to going immediately right to get that golden scarab, so that's why I saw it when I was coming back, and I was glad that I did see it, but I would have known that something was wrong before I proceeded, because I went back to the store and filled up, got some items. So on Ninja Gaiden Black on Master Ninja, there would be, and maybe on Very Hard too, there would be, you'd be ambushed by ninjas coming back after you insert the medallions, and I thought it was one of the coolest fights in the game. But here, all you deal with is hornets. But I'm glad that there's 3 Talismans of Rebirth that the player can carry. And I'm interested to see if anyone thinks that's too much. I do think it's too much for this difficulty mode. 3, but I think that's what it is on very hard mode though, or 2. I don't know. There's so many differences in every mode. But I mean, if you guys feel that 3 is enough, suitable, it should be 3, let me know. Or if you think it's one too many. Personally, I think it's one too many, but hell, I'm glad I can carry 3, and I will be carrying 3 on the core level and the final bosses for sure. So, my favorite fight on Black would be right over here. You'd come back, and the first time I saw these guys, it scared the hell out of me, but no one assaults you over here. So this is a mandatory fast forward section. So I'm going to go over what's going on here. You're going to get a cutscene right here. And that's our goal, right over there to that crevice. So you want to swim over to the crevice. And we're going to be going back to where we were on chapter, I think it was chapter 8. Hidden Underground. It might have been chapter 7. But you cannot go up all the way. I think there was a... oh, no. That's the wrong game. That's Sigma. You can actually go up and buy it and go to the store. But not in these games, not in this game nor Black. So you want to take a right. I took a right there, and this is the area where we got the skull key. But you do want to go up here and get the golden scarab. It's viewable when you're in that earlier chapter, but obviously you can't reach it. So swim your way down here. It takes a while to get him all the way down here. And this is where the skull door was that we opened a long time ago before we fought Alma. And we're going to make our way over to here. So see, you can just go through that cave if you want to backtrack all the way. And that's my punishment for being insolent. And what in fact was my insolence, I don't really know, but I guess I paid a price for something. I guess my insolence would have been that I thought I could skate by all those monster fish without getting bitten. But this game always bites you in the end. So we have a fight up here with Grey Ninjas. I think there's just 3 Grey Ninjas. And we're also going to be, I think the prize in the safe is possibly a Life of the Gods. No, it's a Jewel of the Demon Seal, my mistake. And I think also that this is the final time that you can access the safe and get a prize. So there's only 2 times in the game where you can extract a prize from the safe. And I'm trying my best not to not get hit too much. But anyway, let's talk Doku for a moment. He's a pretty formidable boss, and I've got to say he's damn hard when you fight him as a ghost, when he's a spirit Doku in the labyrinth level. But basically, I'm going to employ strategies concerning, or not concerning rather, but involving the use of the unlabeled flawlessness. Because there's a lot of points in the battle where your health is going to be very, very low, because his attacks take away a lot. And at that point, when your health is low, you go in for a strike. You go in for what is called the forward power technique, like I was discussing in the previous video, somewhere within that huge 50-minute video. But to reap a huge reward, like getting a huge chunk of his damage off, you have to put yourself at risk. And right there, I was upgrading the Inferno. So I have the Inferno all the way maxed out. I'm going to get the Inazuma maxed out next. And I don't even care about the other ones. Well, not the other one, that's the Ice Blades or whatever the hell it is. But this is definitely risk versus reward, this fight. And he has no lackeys. Which almost wants me to say that this is my favorite Ninja Gaiden game ever, because there's no lackeys on these damn bosses. But the move you're going to see me do a couple times is X, Y, and then 4 X's. It does an attack that we'll see it right here. I'll show you it. It's right over here. X, Y, X, 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 and then I actually finish it off with a Y. So this guy loves to grab you. And if he grabs you, he siphons your health into his health. So hits that you've earned and have taken off his health bar will be your demise, plus it'll be his gain, because he'll get his health. So I have the Armlet of the Sun on to deal even more damage when I'm using this weapon here. And I still need to get hit more to have this thing really take off damage from him. So you see his long chain of attacks, and you see him grab right there, and he also does that move where he thrusts his sword into the ground and does that area of effect attack. And he does that dash across, and then I think he didn't follow it up with a combo. Okay, yeah, this is where I use my Life of the Gods, or no, excuse me, my Talisman of Rebirth, but it was the only one I had to use, and I still have 2 more left, so I'm all fine. So he also throws his blade at you. We're going to be getting his blade in the next chapter if you want to use it. I don't really care too much for it, but here's that attack that I mentioned. So X, Y, X, 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 and he grabbed me, and look what happens. He gets health, and I get penalized, but it's kind of a good situation because then I could whack him. If you just want to jump off the wall and hit him, that's a very good technique, but it's kind of cheap, and I always do that, so I wanted to be less cheap here. But see that forward power technique, and if you can somehow survive without getting hit, because you cannot get hit. So forward power technique is going to take him out right there. So once again, risk versus reward, and no, it did not take me nearly 5 hours to beat that chapter. I left the house and came back several hours later, and I just kept my time in when I came back. So anyway, we're done with that chapter, and we're going to be going on to a really fun chapter next. It's called The Caverns.